Okay, I was getting ready to put my Flowmaster exhaust in, and I was taking the bolts out of the catalytic converter, and they all stripped out. Whole car, whole problems. So what I'm gonna have to do is drill and tap it. If I can find my drill and tap. I'm gonna drill and tap it. This is Drill America. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap this, get it prepped up. It's pretty stupid on the tap. It doesn't have a size for the for a socket, so I'm gonna have to use the drill to drill it. So hopefully I can do this straight with the drill. Wish me luck. Okay, so I messed up. This one I did pretty much dead on, almost perfect. But this one, yeah, crooked. Just like what I said, because I don't have the proper tool to get in there. Even if I had a T-handle, there's no way I'm getting a T-handle from here to here and without taking out the whole catalytic converter and undoing everything. But it's whatever for me, because my cat, the previous owner, gutted it. I don't know if you can see in there. They gutted it, so I'm gonna have to replace it anyways. So it's not much of a big deal for me. But yeah, try to get the proper tools. Another modification I had to do was I had to cut off the old flange because it wasn't fitting onto the catalytic converter. So I cut off the old flange to my old exhaust, and I used a clamp, and pretty much it fit right over this one. This is the Flowmaster American Thunder, and it pretty much fit right over it, and I just clamped it in place. So that'll be good for now, and then probably later on I'll weld this back on when I get a new cat, or continue to use this because it didn't fit over the original cat. I don't know why. Maybe if I get their brand of catalytic converters, but then it also has to be California legal, so I don't know. So for the meantime, we're just gonna run this. So I got everything lined up. Trying to get everything in position to stay straight. Another pet peeve I have is the tips don't really stick out. I put it as far as I could, so that pretty much sucks. I can't go really much any further on this side, as far as it can go. So that's another problem with this kit. And Flowmaster usually has good quality. I don't know what's going on, probably because of the part shortage or what. But I'm gonna go ahead, make sure everything's straight. Pretty much gotta use a jack to hold it up, make sure everything's aligned right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cinch it down. They also give you these U-bolt clamps, and I do not like these. I really like the, these type that I use. I forgot what they're called exactly. C-clamps, I think they're called. I like to use those ones instead of these U-bolts. These ones, they stick out too far, and they're really hard to get off sometimes because they pretty much crimp the metal completely on, and if you ever want to drop the rear end or anything, it's really hard to get it off. But that's just my pet peeve with them. They work though. Alright, so I'm gonna get this going. Okay, so I got everything tightened up. Make sure this is not touching. Very little gap, very little, but it's not touching the gas tank, not touching anything. Got this as aligned as I could. Pretty sucks on these third gen. I see why a lot of people go custom exhaust on these. The only mount you have in this is that one, and this weird strap looking one. That's all you have. And then everything everything's pretty much getting stressed on the catalytic converter. That's probably why it's stripped out. A lot of times they strip out on these because there's so much stress on the catalytic converter bolts, because there's not enough hanging bolts on the other way. So that's why a lot of people go custom and add some extra mounts on here. See why I don't like U-bolts. Exactly why. Scratch it so you should get it on. Well, let's see how it starts. That's how it sounds. If I didn't lock the door. There we go. Okay, let's see how this car sounds. A lot more quiet. So I'm gonna let it run, get hot, because there's a lot of grease and oils that come in from the factory. Let all that stuff burn off, and that's it.